Welcome to the Zaxby's Coaches Show, brought to you by First Bank and by Zaxby's Friends Family Flavor, with your host, Chris Delambert.
Welcome to the Zaxby's Coaches Show. I'm Chris Delambert, kicking things off as always. My good friend Hector Perez, the marketing director for Zaxby's, including 11 stores, but not the least of which is the Sanford location. How are things, buddy?
It's, I thought that over the years I'd get over Mondays. One of the things you don't outgrow, you can't do them. It's a halfway throughout the day, you're just like, I'm done. I want to go home. I'm tired. And that's how I'm feeling. But you know what? I'm happy to be here overall. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to, see all the guests here and also all the players that are going to be here tonight.
Well, I got bad news for you, buddy. It doesn't get any better. So, I'm many, many years older than you are, and Mondays, still not my thing. No. So I feel you, but this is one of the highlights of my Monday and of my entire week, getting to come hang out with you, and then the players and coaches from Lee County and Southern Lee. You guys had a big event with Zaxby's this weekend, a sporting event no less. Yeah. Tell us how that went down.
So it was actually really good. The 5K went really well. We had a good, turnout. Thank you to everybody that showed up. And overall, it was just a lot of fun. I had people's costumes there. I think I had like 5 Jokers there. So that was the main costume I saw.
Did you guys get to present one of the big oversized checks to the charity you were raising money for?
No, unfortunately not. They were not there. I think they were busy with something else, but hey, we get to go actually to the place and present it to them. So we're looking forward to that.
All right, very good. Talk a little bit about that charity.
So Victory Junction, as everyone has known, is to start off, it's 50 acres that's been donated by Richard Petty, famous NASCAR driver. A lot of his cars there too, or I think model. I'm not too sure. They look real, but it's a place where kids, can be kids, kids, that have some kind of, illness, or just, that aren't able to be kids in a normal life. And, the summer camp, allows them to be, just, have a lot of fun with, people around them that really care.
All right, very good. So on the Zaxby's calendar, what's next?
Oh, God, there's a lot of things going on. I know with, we partnered up with the WKML group. We have this Stars and Guitars event that's coming up. We have a few locations that we're going to be doing a secret, give out for tickets, because all the tickets are now sold out, and the only way you can get tickets is to go to these locations, or pop-ups, you more say, and you can get tickets to see all these different artists who are going to be going to this event.
What?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're not too sure which stores we want to do it to, but we're in talks. We're just trying to see.
All right. I got to give a nudge toward the Sanford location right here. I got to get hands on those tickets, man. That's exciting stuff. So the Zensation, is that still what's being featured right now?
Yeah, it's still here, but we have the Chipotle South Swiss sandwich, and then we have the Zesty barbecue sandwich. Both really good sandwiches. I like the Chipotle one a little bit better.
So how does that work at Zaxby's headquarters? Is there some guy in a white lab coat in a back room trying different combinations of things? Where do these ideas for these sandwiches come from?
I think a lot of them come from the community, but you've also got, test labs. I don't know if you've ever watched Breaking Bad, but there's one episode where a guy's just tasting tater tots with different sauces. Kind of like that, I would assume, yeah.
All right, very cool. Do you have any input?
I maybe. Hopefully one day, Zaccaroni and cheese. There you go. Listen, corporate.
Wow. You're trying to move out of the marketing world back into research and development. I love it. Thanks again, as always, to Zaxby's for their support of regional high school sports. Anything else you'd like to add before we get to some football?
No, other than that, just look out for those locations. We're going to be doing the pop-up for those tickets. And other than that, come enjoy some Zaxby's.
All right, very good. Hector Perez with Zaxby's. Thank you very much. We'll be right back. And on the other side of the break, I'll be joined, I don't even know by who, but we'll have some more guests here shortly.
Guys, it's back!
Inline skating.
Rock and roll hair?
Calling this thing a pound sign instead of a hashtag? No, the Zensation is back at Zaxby's.
The Zensation Salad is back, and introducing the new Zensation Filet Sandwich Meal with hand-breaded chicken, Asian slaw, wonton strips, and citrus vinaigrette, both served with an egg roll. The Zensation Salad and Filet Sandwich Meal, only at Zaxby's.
It's game day at Classic Nissan. Nissan, the starting lineup. Your captains on offense, number 5, Holden Cruz. And number 10, Jasmine Dole. Your captains on defense, number 55, Wesley Tater Womack. Number 7, Steve Dandred.
Whether you're a Yellow Jacket or a Cavalier, everybody gets a classic deal. For sales, service, or parts, visit us at ClassicNissanSanford.com or in person on Highway 87, right across from Walmart in Sanford.
Welcome back to the Zaxby's Coaches Show. As promised, I was joined by someone much more interesting than myself. Coach Steve Burdeau of Lee County High School Yellow Jackets. Coach, how are you?
Not bad. Thanks for having me.
All right. Unbeaten still through 2019. This week, the victims were Harnett Central, 35-17. Gave us a little bit of a scare. We were tracking to get the scores as the game went on, and we thought maybe the score was being incorrectly input, and we had to call and get confirmation. But it's wild because you guys were trailing as we were seeking confirmation, and by the time we got it, you guys had pulled ahead and never looked back. 35-17 was the final score. Tell us about the ball game.
Yeah, so the first half, really the first quarter, probably couldn't have started off any better for Harnett Central. They made two good plays on special teams. They executed on those better than us, and they got points off of them. Once we got the ball finally, they were up 10-0 before we touched the ball. Once we finally got the ball, we ended up scoring 35 unanswered.
Very nice, very nice, very nice. Now, at the end of the game, there was a block kick that went back for a touchdown and tightened that game up 35-17. But that kick was a big deal. I wasn't even aware until Saturday morning. Trey Underwood, your place kicker, been a 4-year starter, is 5th all-time in state kick scoring. That's amazing.
Yes, sir.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so he went over 300. I think he got 5 extra points, so he's got 304 now. The 4th place guy's at 328, so he's got some work to do to get to 4th. But
all right,
he's an impressive kid.
Wow, in the entire history of football in North Carolina, to be number 5 on any list is amazing, and we'll be keeping an eye on it now that it's sort of hit the radar. You know, Trey Underwood's pursuit of number 4. Wow.
Yes, sir.
Wow. So, 35 unanswered points, ran that off. That's sort of become the thing where you guys have one period of absolute dominance in a ball game. Sometimes it's, most of the game. Sometimes it's, a little bit at the beginning or the end. As you move into the next 2 weeks, this week you guys have Western Harnett, who got out to a great start and has kind of sputtered a little bit since then. What challenges do you see with Western Harnett this week?
Yeah, so one of the things every week to us is about, I feel like it's about us anyway. I feel like last week we didn't start strong. We gave a couple plays up, so our goal is going to be to start a little bit faster this week and then handle our business throughout the rest of the game.
All right, very good. Now, I don't want to get too far ahead. We've got the Brick City Bowl in 2 weeks. However, with Union Pines having lost to you and now having beaten Southern Lee, if you guys win out, Union Pine wins out, and Southern Lee should happen to catch you guys on a bad night and beat you, that creates a 3-way tie for first place in the Tri-County 6. How do you determine the champion in that circumstance?
Well, we don't lose, then we don't have to worry about that.
There you go.
That's how we want to determine it.
I wanted to educate the folks out
there.
Well,
educated, I guess, is a draw by the conference, and then once they've drawn the first person, it should be head-to-head for the second spot.
Now, see, you taught me something because I thought they drew for all 3. So whoever the winner is, the next 2 teams, it depends who won that game.
As far as I know.
Oh, interesting. Okay, all right. It's that time of year, so people are kind of looking at what the different scenarios might be, who's in. You hit the nail on the head. You guys went out, you win the conference championship, you win the you finish the season undefeated, and, unless something bananas happens, you guys will be hosting a first-round playoff game. Stub your toe anywhere along the lines and things change dramatically. So
definitely so. The way the rankings work with max preps, you don't know where you're going to be at as far as the seeding. So all we can do is handle what we can handle and just win.
All right. Now, have you had a chance to even peel back what happened between Southern Lee and Union Pines this weekend?
I have not yet. We'll end up getting that film. So I guess next week I might have some more information on that one.
Wow. Yeah. It was something else. We were paying attention to your game while we were down in Union Pines. It was a little bit more dramatic than you guys putting up 35 straight points. Again, I always ask the question, you guys are focused? Goals are still a state championship?
Yes, sir.
All right, very good. Everybody's healthy.
We're getting healthier.
All right, so we're gonna take a break and then we'll come back. Who are your players of the game for this week?
We have offensive lineman Tyler Gray and defensive back Nate Martinez.
All right, very good. We'll be back with First Bank, and eventually we'll award some trophies. You're watching the Zaxby's Coaches Show with Chris Delambert.
It's my favorite time of the year. Football is back. I would like to personally invite you to come down for your next new or pre-owned vehicle purchase. With one of the largest new and pre-owned inventories in the area, come see us today for discounts that the competition simply can't match or beat. If you drive in Sanford, why not buy in Sanford? Come see me, the deal maker. Come and get that big town deal with that small town feel right here at Crossroads Ford in Sanford.
90 years ago, First Bank was founded. You know First Bank, the one where you are greeted by name, the one dedicated to the community, and the one born in the heart of the Carolinas.
We help our customers to realize their dreams by providing financial solutions and building trusted relationships. Hi, I'm David Fashee, and we are First Bank.
Welcome back to the Zaxby's Coaches Show. I'm Chris Delambert, Coach Steve Burdeau, and from First Bank, our good friend Justin Gaines. Justin, how are you today?
Very well. Thank you for having me.
All right, very good. Did you get a chance to get to either one of the games this weekend?
This weekend I was at the beach, so I did not make it either one of the games.
Fair enough. Now, I know no matter what happens, 2 weeks from now, you've got to have your calendar cleared for Friday night. Are you ready for the Brick City Bowl?
Absolutely.
Perfect.
I cannot wait.
Perfect. You'll have to swing by the booth, man. Come up and hang out with us for a minute during the telecast. That'll be a lot of fun. So thanks, as always, to First Bank and all the support you give to local high school sports. Anything you'd like to say about First Bank?
Well, First Bank was recently recognized for its First at Work program, where we offer a suite of financial wellness products for employees of small businesses in this area. We were also recognized as one of the 100 fastest growing companies in the world.
Wow.
So things are going well at First Bank. We would love for you guys to come see us or check us out at localfirstbank.com.
It's amazing that in the midst of all that growth, you guys maintain that sort of hometown feel. That's got to be a difficult balance, isn't it?
It is. It's very difficult, and it's hard to believe that a company that's headquartered in Southern Pines, North Carolina, could gain that sort of recognition. And it's through the hard work of our bankers.
That's
we take care
amazing.
of the communities and the people that we serve.
That's amazing. Thanks again. And Coach, now you've got some guests with you.
Yeah, we do.
Tell us who's with you tonight.
So first off, we have Tyler Gray, offensive lineman. He's a 3-year starter for us, plays center. And he's our offensive player of the week. We have Nate Martinez. Nate does a little bit on defense, a little bit on special teams. He's one of our team leaders as well. He's our defensive player of the week this week.
All right. I want to talk to you first. At different levels of football, center is kind of the captain of the offensive line.
Yes, sir.
Do you guys make offensive line calls in your system?
Yes, sir. We have to, call out the Mike linebacker. Defenses shift all the time, so we have to, be ready for that and make sure everybody knows what they're doing.
Now, do you enjoy that part of your role as the center? Okay.
Love
So
it.
you like being the guy in charge of the rest of the line. Very good. Very, very good. Coach, what would you like to say?
I feel like we say this a lot because we got a lot of great kids, but both these guys are senior leaders for us. They both do very well in the classroom. They're great representations of what we want as a Jacket football player.
All right, guys, I ask this every week. What are your goals for this season?
State championship.
Perfect. That's what I wanted to hear. Big win this past week. I ask your coach, and I get the same answer every week because he's a football coach, and that's how they talk. But you guys this week, Western Harnett, how do you keep from looking past that to that next game on the schedule?
You just got to stay humble. You just got to keep what's in front of you in front of you.
All right, very good. All right.
Train them up well.
I like that. Y'all are paying attention. You sound just like little Steve Burdeau. It's amazing. All right, with that, we'll award the hardware. Coach, you want to do the honors and pass them to Mr. Gaines?
All right, so offensive player of the week. Let's see, you got offensive player of the week is Tyler Gray. So stand up so they can see you. Make them stand up. And defensive player of the week is Nate Martinez.
All right, now you guys being seniors in the program, you guys haven't lost a regular season game in 3 years. Do you feel pressure associated with that at any point?
No, not really.
No, just something you're used to doing and you're going to keep it rolling?
Yes, sir.
I like that. Very good. All right, guys, congratulations. In addition to the trophies, we have $25 gift cards from Zaxby's.
Thanks, sir.
So dinner's on you.
Very good.
And great week. We look forward to you guys beating up on Western Harnett this weekend. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
All right, we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with Southern Lee High School, coming off one of the most ridiculous games I've ever been a part of. You're watching the Zaxby's Coaches Show with Chris Delambert. We'll see you on the other side of the break.
90 years ago, First Bank was founded. You know First Bank, the one where you are greeted by name, the one dedicated to the community, and the one born in the heart of the Carolinas.
We help our customers to realize their dreams by providing financial solutions and building trusted relationships. Hi, I'm David Fashee, and we are First Bank.
It's my favorite time of the year. Football is back. I would like to personally invite you to come down for your next new or pre-owned vehicle purchase. With one of the largest new and pre-owned inventories in the area, come see us today for discounts that the competition simply can't match or beat. If you drive in Sanford, why not buy in Sanford? Come see me, the deal maker. Come and get that big town deal with that small town feel right here at Crossroads Ford in Sanford.
Welcome back to the Zaxby's Coaches Show. Chris Delambert joined on set by the illustrious, inimitable Rob Patterson. Rob, I've been doing this for a long time. I've never been a part of a game like you guys participated in with Union Pines this weekend. For those of you in the viewing audience that don't know, this game was 12-3 with 8 minutes to go. 5 touchdowns between the two teams. You guys scored to take the lead with 33 seconds to go, and Union Pines, over the course of 3 plays, went down the field and scored with 3 seconds left. The only bad part about a game like that is that somebody had to come out the loser in the game. How are you guys as a program bouncing back from that?
Well, I was prepared to use the Bill Belichick line. We were moving
on to Cincinnati.
On to Cincinnati, but yeah, this was a big opportunity for us that kind of slipped through our fingers. And I told our guys today we can't get it back. But what we do have the next 2 weeks, we have senior night on Friday, which is a big deal for our kids, against a very good opponent. I mean, Harnett Central is a very good football team. And then we follow that with our biggest rival we play. So we did not have a hard time today getting our team up and ready. They, I think, took the weekend and dealt with the emotions of Friday night, and we're trying to keep our eyes in front of us, and we can still win the conference. All of our goals are still in front of us. We just have to take care of business.
I got you, and that's something, all of the scenarios for the playoffs, for each of the 3 or 4 teams near the top of the conference are run around. I've actually got a spreadsheet that was put together with if this happens and that happens and this happens. Bottom line is, if you guys went out, you're going to be in the playoffs, period. I think that's a safe bet. If, at any point you stub your toe along the way, the chances, come down. You said that the guys took the weekend. I'm not exaggerating when I tell you I wasn't even a participant in the game. I didn't go sleep until about 4 o'clock in the morning. It took me that long to wind down from what had just happened. To see the emotion that your guys spent and the reaction at the end of the ball game, I mean, that's kind of what high school athletics is all about. And at several junctures during that game, you guys had every opportunity to sort of mail it in, and they fought tooth and nail to the very end and lost in the most gut-wrenching of ways. From your perspective, how much energy have you invested, whether you wanted to or not, in trying to think of what could have been? If we'd have called this differently, if this call had gone differently, things of that nature, is that driving you crazy?
Well, I went to bed about 3 a.m., and I was up in conversation with Coach Burgess, our D-line coach, at 5:30 Saturday morning. So to say yes, as coaches, it is our nature to second-guess everything we do, and that was a game open to a lot of second-guessing on our behalf. And
you always want to look at what could you have done different, what calls you could have made different, how you could have put your kids in a better position. It's kind of how our DNA works, and it certainly, plays itself out in a game like that.
Yeah, well, there's obviously a close tie with you and now Union Pines coach Lonnie Cox. So there was a lot of sort of, back and forth before the game because everybody sort of knows each other. There's some other Southern League coaches on that staff. So it's that much tighter. And given the proximity of the school, the kids know each other. I want to share something with you. I talked to Lonnie a couple of times over the weekend and then again on this morning, and I don't think he would mind me saying this, but this applies to everybody, and I think everybody that was at this game walked away feeling the same way. And the quote that he sent me was, DeAndre McAllister is a winner, period. That young man left it all on the field in his first class. And I think that applies to all of your players throughout that entire game and says a lot about what you guys are doing with those young men out there.
Well, he's right. I mean, DeAndre gave us all he had. All of our kids did. I mean, he made some great plays, particularly in the fourth quarter. We relied on our athletes a lot in the fourth quarter to make great plays, and they responded immeasurably for us. And on a game that we felt like we were kind of out of sync, and sometimes when you're out of sync, your athletes kind of bail you out.
Yeah.
And I thought all of our athletes kind of did that, for us. Chris, at the end of the day, I've got to call a better game at crunch time, and I think if I do that, it's maybe different. And that's on coaches, that's on me.
Very good. So you already said you don't think you're having any problem getting focused back on this coming week, because this now becomes the biggest game on your schedule for real, because you guys have got to you're not going to do yourselves any favors unless you win out. The strength of schedule, we're looking at it and get through this week, then it sets up what may well be a championship game for the conference. So we're excited. What challenges do you see this weekend from this ball club?
Hardin Central is physical. They've got athletes. They have a very athletic quarterback. They run triple option, a little similar to the way we do it. They get into it a little different way. They've got a running back that's powerful and it's got some speed. They do some things to test you. And against option, you have to be able to play assignment football. And we spent a lot of time today walking through, okay, what are those assignments going to be? Who's got who? They run a few different things too. They'll run some zone read out of it. They run some power out of it. So they do some things to really test you from a defensive standpoint. Offensively, defensively on their end, they move around a lot. They play in an odd front, but they do some different things. They played Lee very well. We're actually, ahead in that game at one point. They played Union Pines very well. They have really greatly improved this year, and it's going to be a good test for us.
All right, well, we'll be on hand to televise the game. So looking for a big Cavs win. Coach, I just got to commend you, the staff, the players. What we saw on Friday night was nothing short of amazing. And it was a heartbreaker. And I know you guys took it, as hard as could possibly be taken. But get back. Let's get a W this week and continue to roll. Anything you'd like to add before we start giving away hardware?
No. Our goal, like every week, we want to be 1-0 at the end of the week, and that's our goal.
All right, very good. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with the Zaxby's Coaches Show right after these messages.
Guys, it's back! Inline skating.
Rock and roll hair.
Calling this thing a pound sign instead of a hashtag? No, the sensation is back at Zaxby's.
The Zensation Salad is back, and introducing the new Zensation Filet Sandwich Meal with hand-breaded chicken, Asian slaw, wonton strips, and citrus vinaigrette, both served with an egg roll. The Zensation Salad and Filet Sandwich Meal, only at Zaxby's.
With every weekend on the go, we never know where we're going to end up. That's why we got the Ford Explorer. You get the feel of a car with the room and space of an SUV, which is all a bonus. Trips to the mountains, trips to the river.
Soccer games, baseball games, anywhere. Big Bear.
After 13, 14 years of having a Toyota, I'm not going back.
Welcome back to the Zaxby's Coaches Show. Chris Delambert, Coach Rob Patterson, joined again by Justin Gaines from First Bank. Coach, you got two young ball players with you. I'm going to pretend I don't know who they are all too well and let you introduce them. But I got to have some fun with both of them at some point. So, do your thing.
Our offensive player of the game is E.J. Fox. E.J.'s a two-way player for us, senior, all-conference defensive back. He's the offensive player of the game from Friday, had over 200 yards receiving, made some tremendous catches, used his athleticism to make some great plays, really kind of kept us in the game in the fourth quarter. And he kind of put us on his back, and we kind of rode him for a really big part of that fourth quarter. And it's really nice. We have Tanoa Lockley, who makes great plays for us, and EJ's the guy that that every now and then people think more. They think of Tanoa a lot, but EJ has made great plays for us on both sides of the ball all year long. Made some great defensive plays for us. I got to talk about defense, but he was a huge key to our game pretty much all night long.
Got you. The first touchdown, was just kind of bananas, and then the second one behind it. How'd you come down with that? I mean, it looked like it was going to be a pick, and you just out of nowhere just zipped between the two defenders, snatched that thing up, ran across the field, and on into the house. Did you know you had it the whole way?
Like, once I passed the safety and he threw the ball, I was like, I got to adjust. So I got under the cart and I just did what I had to do.
All right. Now, you've told me before you prefer to play corner. You changing your mind at all yet? No, you still want to play corner. That's only because Coach Patterson's here, right? Mr. Wilson, I would love to tell you that I prepare and come up with superlatives. I'm running out of things to describe you, and you've got 2 years left in the program. Now, when I think about Southern Lee, from the time I came in, and you guys don't know this, but Coach used to call television before he came up and became a coach. We actually called my first game was with Coach Patterson. And I've been in that Southern Lee program now for about 8 years, and the position group that I think of first when I think Southern Lee is linebackers. And I think back to, Locklear, Gardner, Medlock, Showalter, those guys. And I'm looking at you, and I made a statement on air the other night. I'm not sure I know for certain you have the potential to be perhaps even better than any of those guys. And I said on air, and I listened back to it as I was cutting up some audio, at one point I said, John Wilson tore that play up into 8 pieces, threw it on the ground, and set it on fire. And I don't remember saying that. So you've got to help me out, man. You've got to give me some superlatives off air that you want heard said about you, and then go execute plays that are worthy of them. Is that fair?
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, man. So when you started the season, there were a lot of questions about your position group, the defensive front as a whole, but the linebackers in particular. Are you guys to where you thought you'd be?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm just filling my position, and everybody else is doing their jobs. So yeah, we're where we want to be.
All right, Coach, talk about the growth over the course of, the last 9 or 10 weeks.
Well, the thing that is so impressive about John, outside of just physical ability, is his confidence and his maturity. We had a conversation over the summer. We knew we were going to bring John up, and I was kind of letting him know that, he was kind of our starting backer unless something else happened. Then I made a little joke. I said, look, if some kid from Texas comes in and he's 6'4", 230, and he runs a 4.5 40, he's going to get a look. And John told me, he said, Coach, that's okay. I'm from Texas too. And it's that confidence. We've given him, my backers get a lot of responsibility and a lot of grief from me. I mean, that's a tough position to play, particularly for me. I put a lot of responsibility on that position, a lot of weight, and I'm in their ear a lot. And, we were trying early in the year to just give John the defensive calls in little bitty bite-sized pieces. And we've kind of thrown that out. I mean, he pretty much gets all the calls, runs all the stuff we run, and I think Quentin Locklear is one of the best linebackers we've had. But I don't know if we even did that with Quentin sophomore year. So it's given me a lot of confidence just to be able to go and we do what we do. Coach Burgess and I can just call our game. We don't worry about that stuff. And John's vision is really good. He can see the plays well. He's an athlete. But the biggest thing is that maturity. He never gets upset. He never gets ruffled. He just goes and plays his game.
All right, so moving forward, at a small 3A school like Southern Lee is, invariably, those guys that are playing linebacker end up having to do something on offense as they get to their junior and senior year. Mm-hmm. What do you foresee your role in the offense if Coach says, hey, we need you to play a little bit on the other side of the ball?
They'll probably put me at tight end. Coach Deal is trying to put me at tight end, but there's others that want to play tight end, and like I'm not rushing it. Like I'm more of a defense person, to be honest. But if I need to play offense, I will.
All right, very good.
There are places on the practice field I can hide him away from Coach Neal so he doesn't find him.
Probably good policy. Coach, anything you'd like to add?
No, we're looking forward to the next 2 weeks. Like I said, it was a tough. Friday was tough. But all of our goals and everything we want to accomplish is still in front of us. And our job is just go take it.
You guys heard the conversation I was having with Coach Patterson about Friday night. Is there anything that's left unsaid that you think you can add about the feelings in the wake of that, the final countdown to 0 on Friday night?
I just wish we could have played harder than what we did and came out with it.
Played better, wrap up, all that.
All right. So no hangover for this weekend. You guys are ready to go handle business.
Yeah.
All right. Beautiful. We'll be there to capture it all. And you need to work with me about the superlatives, man. I got to do you justice, right? All right. Coach, anything left to add?
Yeah. We always appreciate Zaxby for what they do and appreciate you guys as well.
All right, very good. This is the Zaxby's Coaches Show. We'll be right back to wrap this up. Oh, wait a minute. No, we won't.
You always do that.
Man, we got to give away hardware. You guys should have been snatching at those trophies. All right, Players of the Game trophies. Coach, you want to do the honors with Mr. Gaines?
Sure. Our offensive player of the game with over 200 yards receiving, Mr. E.J. Fox. Congratulations, bud. And our defensive player of the game, 10 tackles, 1 forced fumble, the leader of our team in tackles, Mr. John Wilson.
All right, great game, guys. Congratulations. Be looking for a big win this weekend and a great finish to the season. We'll see you guys on Friday night. We'll take a quick break. Be back to wrap this thing up. You're watching the Zaxby's Coaches Show.
90 years ago, First Bank was founded. You know First Bank, the one where you are greeted by name, the one dedicated to the community, and the one born in the heart of the Carolinas.
We help our customers to realize their dreams by providing financial solutions and building trusted relationships. Hi, I'm David Fashee, and we are First Bank.
Are you ready to sell your home and don't know which realtor to choose? Well, not all realtors are the same. I'm Crystal Copas, and I don't just stick a sign in the yard, throw it in the MLS, and hope to collect a commission. I provide a customized marketing plan that includes professional staging, photography, videography, and drone at no cost to you. Contact me, Crystal Copas, with RE/MAX Real Estate Service, and let's get your house sold. 919-356-5402 or visit me at crystalcopas.com.
Welcome back to the Zaxby's Coaches Show. I'm Chris Delambert. Just put a bow on this tonight. The emotion on Friday night as Union Pine snuck by Southern Lee late in that game, to see the ebb and flow of emotion and all of the effort exerted on both sides of the ball was amazing. It was an honor to be a part of that, and it's what makes high school sports great. I would encourage everybody out there in the audience, if you haven't been to a high school football game lately, make the trip across town. It's well worth it, and you never know when you're going to stumble into a truly classic sporting event. I'm Chris Delambert. It's been great. I will see you guys on Friday night. We'll be on site at Southern Lee to cover that game and gearing up 2 weeks from now on campus at Lee County High School for the Brick City Bowl. Thanks for hanging out with us. Peace.
Thanks for watching the Zaxby's Coaches Show, brought to you by First Bank and by Zaxby's Friends Family Flavor with your host, Chris Delambert.